Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Corner. Look at that guy right there. That's my puppy, Wally. That's my baby. Well, he's gonna be behind me. He's gonna be shadowing me while I give you my review on a movie that I saw this past weekend. I should have done this review a while ago, but I did do it. But I wanted to spread time between my new segment, which is called Dave's Book Report, and this movie review. So today I'm going to be reviewing It Chapter 2. I've been preparing for this movie for a while. I bought the book when I first heard that. When I first heard that they were remaking It, the Stephen King's It, I went nuts. And then when I saw the trailer, I went even more crazier. I decided to buy the book. I got the book and I decided to start reading it. Then I found out that the book was 1,100 and something pages long. And I was like, am I really going to be able to read this book? It would have been the biggest book that I've read in my whole life. But I decided to, take the challenge. So I picked up the book and started reading it. I lost interest in the book because there were so many things. So there's one main story that goes along, and within those stories, there's a bunch of different stories that happen within the story, within the book. Which it just made me just like get bored. Until finally the movie It Chapter 1 came out, and I saw it and I thought it was amazing. But now I had a lot of time between 2 years pretty much between the first film to this next film, so I kind of slept on reading the book, and I decided to put the book to the side until I saw the first trailer of It Chapter 2, and that's when I was like, okay, now I really have to get myself together and finish reading the book. I read the book was amazing. I was blown away by it, just to prepare for this movie. So finally the movie came. I watched it. I was flabbergasted at seeing so many scenes that the book had that I only could build an image in my head and see it on film. I thought it was so well done. And although, yeah, in some ways the ending kind of like straggled a little bit, I thought it was needed. There is not going to be a part 3, and if they do, then I will be the first one to say no, because to tell you the truth, it doesn't need a part 3. There was not a part 3 in the book, so for all those people who be like, oh, do you think they're going to have a part 3? No, they're not. I don't believe so. But I loved it. It was a well done horror film. It's a horror film. It's a very hard rated R. I enjoyed, from the first film, the whole thing of Pennywise, scaring the kids. That I don't know, for some odd reason, I found that to be so much fun. In this one, they just had so much more to tell. I mean, from the loser's perspective, and then
it was like pure fear. It's fear. Why'd we all feel like that, Mike? You remember something we don't you, Mike?
Something happens to you when you leave this town. The farther away, the hazier it all gets. But me, I never left. So yeah, I remember all of it.
Pennywise.
One thing that I did find a little odd is just that, Pennywise wasn't the main attraction in this film. It was more about the losers trying to get everything together so they can fight Pennywise. And I felt like the character of Pennywise was more of a secondary act. I would have wanted him to be a little more. And one of the things that really did bother me was the fact that in the book there's this whole like spiritual side of things that like, you know, they don't speak about Maturin the turtle. They don't speak about the other. They don't speak. All they speak about is the ritual of Chud. And you know what? That's fine that they speak about the ritual of Chud. They want. I see what Andy Muschietti wanted to do. He wanted to stay within the realm of the horror aspect of Pennywise. He didn't want to stray away and make it into a sci-fi film, which it kind of did toward the end a little something. It started going into the whole sci-fi aspect of things. It's mew. But the film was great. I mean, I thought it was an enjoyable film. I wouldn't want to watch it again in the theaters. Get it? I mean, I went to the movies today to watch another movie that I'll give you a review about later on. But and then I walked right into it again, and I started watching it, and I was like, should I stay here and watch the whole movie? But it's a 3-hour film. It's literally 2 hours and 50-something minutes. It's Avengers all over again. Avengers was a movie you can watch more than once. I guess if you're with friends, you can watch it again, but I don't want to sit through it again by myself, so I decided not to watch it. But the movie is fun. If you like the first one, you'll definitely enjoy this. It's really hard act. Bloody and gory, so you're warned. If you want to watch it, go ahead. Just make sure that you have your little doggy bag so you can bleh, or somebody to hold on. Oh my god, I can't watch this because it's too scary. But yeah, you best believe this Halloween there's gonna be a lot of its running around. Okay, that was my little face from Pennywise. But yeah, this has been Dave's Corner. Enjoy the film. If you like it, drop a like. Hit subscribe. Leave me a message on my thing. I do read them. But yeah, until next time.